Confidence isn't a trait, it's a decision. The only reason you lack confidence is because you've never installed it. Delete the version of you that doubts and replace it with the one that dominates. You might think your personality, habits, and the way you react to the world are who you are. But what if I told you it's all just a script your brain has been running? From the moment you were born, your identity was programmed into you. Your beliefs, your fears, even the way you think about yourself. None of it is truly yours. It was installed by your environment. The people around you shaped how you see yourself. Repetitive thoughts. The more you think something, the more your brain locks it in as truth. Society's expectations. You were told who to be, what to believe, and what you can or can't do. But here's the thing. Your identity isn't fixed. It's just a habit. The way you see yourself is nothing more than neural pathways that have been strengthened over time. The more you reinforce a belief about yourself, the stronger that neural connection becomes. That's why change feels so hard, because you're trapped inside the identity you've repeated for years. But what if you could delete that program and install a new one? That's what this brain hack does. It forces your mind to abandon its old identity and accept a new one, instantly. And once you do this, your old fears, doubts, and weaknesses start to vanish, because your brain will no longer recognize them as part of who you are. But before we get to the exact technique, you need to understand something even more shocking. Your identity was never really yours to begin with. Think about this. Did you actually choose who you are today? Or was it decided for you by your parents, your culture, your teachers, and the world around you? From the moment you were born, your identity was assigned to you. You were told what was possible for you and what wasn't. You were labeled as smart, or shy, or average, before you even had a chance to decide for yourself. You were taught rules, what's acceptable and what isn't. But here's the part they don't want you to know. Your identity was never built for you. It was built to make you predictable. Society thrives on people being consistent, predictable workers, predictable consumers, predictable citizens. If everyone constantly reinvented themselves, the system would collapse. So instead, you were taught, this is who you are. People don't change overnight. Some things about you are just permanent, but that's a lie. Science has already proven that your brain is neuroplastic, meaning it can rewire itself at any moment. The only thing stopping you from becoming someone new is the story you keep repeating to yourself. And that's why this brain hack is so powerful. It overrides the conditioning that's kept you trapped in the same identity for years. Most people will never break free from the identity they were assigned. But in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how you can. This brain hack is called cognitive identity override. It's a psychological technique that forces your mind to reject its old identity and accept a new one instantly. But before we dive deeper, you need to understand something crucial. Your identity is a story, and stories can be rewritten. The person you are today is nothing more than a story you've been telling yourself for years. I'm bad at talking to people, a story. I don't have confidence, a story. I'll always struggle with money, a story. These are not facts. They are self-imposed limitations. Your brain repeats them so much that they feel true, but they are just narratives that can be erased. And once you erase them, you can replace them with a new story, one that serves you. That's what this brain hack does. It rewires your mind to accept a new identity as reality, instantly. Here's how you do it. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. It clings to your current identity because it's predictable, even if that identity is filled with insecurity, self-doubt, or weakness. To your brain, familiarity equals safety, and change equals danger. That's why breaking free from old habits feels impossible, because the brain resists anything that disrupts the status quo. It doesn't care if you're unhappy or stagnant, it just wants to keep things the same. But if you want to force change, you need to override this system. You must shock your brain into releasing the version of you that's holding you back. The 24-hour identity reset. For the next 24 hours, you must act as if the old you no longer exists. That version of you, the one full of doubts, bad habits, and excuses, is gone. You are now someone entirely new, and you must enforce this transformation in real time. Your words and thoughts shape your reality. Every time you reinforce a past identity, you strengthen it. But today, you refuse to play that game. Every time an old identity statement pops up, you reject it immediately and replace it. Examples of old versus new identity statements. I'm not good at handling pressure. I thrive under pressure now. I've always been this way. That was the old me. The new me operates differently. I'm bad at talking to people. I'm socially confident and articulate. At first, your brain will resist. It will fight back with doubts, fears, and excuses. It will try to pull you into familiar thinking patterns. That's because your identity is built on habit loops, repetitive cycles that run on autopilot. But if you interrupt the cycle enough times, something powerful happens. Your mind panics. It doesn't know who you are anymore. And in that moment of identity confusion, you have the rare chance to reprogram yourself. You insert the new identity. You become the person you've always wanted to be. Your brain will eventually adapt to this new version of you, because just like it once clung to the old identity, it will begin to cling to the new one. The key is to persist through the discomfort. Keep rejecting the old self. Keep reinforcing the new self. And watch as your mind rewires itself for the powerful, confident, unstoppable version of you. Now that you've erased your old identity, your mind is in a fragile state. It's like a blank slate, open and impressionable. This is your window to rebuild yourself from the ground up, to shape your identity into exactly what you want it to be. For the next 24 hours, you must live as if your transformation is already complete. You don't try to be the new you. You are the new you. Want to be confident? You speak, move, and act like someone with unshakable confidence. Want to be dominant? You take control of conversations, make decisions fast, and never hesitate. Want to be fearless? You act before your brain has time to generate fear. At first, your mind will resist. It will whisper, "This isn't me." But here's the truth. Your old identity was just a story, and so is this new one. The difference: this time, you're the one writing it. Before we continue, if you're truly serious about upgrading your mind and taking control of your life, then don't miss out on these two powerful resources I created just for people like you. First, The Whisper's Handbook is a dark, tactical guide to understanding human behavior and using influence to your advantage. Second, The Whisper's Formula is your roadmap to mastering high-level brain hacks, focus strategies, and elite confidence techniques that separate you from the average. These aren't just books, they're mental weaponry. Grab both from the description below and take your transformation even deeper. Most people try this hack.